Hi, and welcome back to the ghbond channel. Today we're going to talk about PulseX, which is the exchange that's going to let us turn our hex into PulseX and Pulse tokens. In addition, we're going to talk about some new trading tactics at the end of the video. So we got a lot to cover. Let's get started. Let's start by talking about the process of launching PulseChain. Step one is the snapshot. When they're ready to launch, they're going to pick a block on Ethereum and they're going to copy that block, and that's going to be the copy that PulseChain begins with. It's going to have all of your hex and ERC20 copies in it. So that's how you end up with your tokens on two chains. Second thing they're going to do is Richard Hart's organization is going to start up and test the actual PulseChain mainnet. Then they're going to add your Pulse and PulseX sacrifice tokens to your wallet. If you don't know what those are, don't worry, you don't have them. Step 3, the mainnet is released to the public. That's when you get the parameters. Just like you created testnet on your wallet earlier and you added tokens using the custom token feature, now you're going to create PulseChain and you're going to have to add those same tokens all over again. Step 4 is highlighted because that's what this video is about. We want to learn to use the PulseX Exchange, which lets us swap coins on PulseChain. Possibly going to convert our pHEX to PLS and PLSX, but we're going to wait for good prices. We aren't just going to throw our pHEX around. So if we don't end up spending it during purgatory, we can wait till the bridge is open. Once the bridge is open, then we'll be trading against actual stable coins like USDC and Ethereum. So we'll have real dollar values on the PulseChain for PLS, PLSX, and pHEX. Dollar cost averaging, definitely the way to go. We're not going to know for sure what the good values are going to be. So we're going to use the few guidelines we have, and we're going to buy several different times so we get an average value. Maybe not the best, maybe not the worst, but an average of the values we see over the first maybe couple weeks. Okay, now we're going to get down to the meat of the video, which is how to use the PulseX Exchange. We start here in the PulseChain testnet 2B. You can see we have our Pulse-related tokens, including our copy of hex from the testnet. We click the little three lines here, and that gives us the browser, and we can type in the address for the PulseX Exchange. You'll find the address in the comment below, so you can easily copy it and use it in your own MetaMask. And this is the screen that comes up. It shows us liquidity, and then we swipe the screen up a little bit to get down to the tokens. You can pick any token. I happen to pick the Pulse. Now it gives us wrapped Pulse, and the reason we're using that is because it's testnet. I click on trade, and I come over here and I change the Pulse to hex. And I decide I want to buy PulseX, so I've got drop downs to decide what I'm going to trade, this token for this token. And in this case, I've got 8,600 of the hex, and I've got 364,000 of the PulseX. Shows me my conversion ratio down here, and I hit swap. Now we have the first of one of the confirmation screens. Shows you I'm trading 1,000 hex for a little over 1 million PulseX. And we have the confirm swap button here, so I select confirm swap. And now over here I have another confirmation screen, and you can see it's showing me the detail of how much test pulse is likely to be used. It's test pulse because it's the test net. On the main net it'll be pulse. So I hit confirm. It says transaction submitted, and shortly after, transaction number 7 complete. Then I select close, and it takes me back to this screen. Now you can see I have 1.4 million PulseX now and only 7,633 hex. So it's fairly straightforward. You should practice with it and get good, because under the pressure and excitement of mainnet, you want to be comfortable with what you're doing. So our new strategy is wait for value, consider other coins such as USDT, and consider top ERC20s. Put those in your MetaMask wallet so you get copies of those. That way, if everybody's busy trying to use their hex to get Pulse, you can look at some of these other coin copies, like the USDT copy on Pulse, the Matic copy on Pulse, and see what kind of deals you can get. Also, if you have a big bag of either Pulse or PulseX and you see a ridiculous ratio between the two, go ahead and swap some. Wherever you see a deal, that's where we want to move. But we don't want to be in a hurry. We want to feel like we've got some time, even though I'm sure everybody's worried about missing the first 100x as Pulse explodes to the moon. But that's not a good way to go in. You end up chasing, and you don't have to have any Pulse at all, for example. In fact, if PulseX is just a flaming deal, it's fine if you just get PulseX, because both coins are going to appreciate. The ultimate goal is to dollar cost average and do the best you can to only trade deals, and don't let your emotions run away with you. I let this video run a little long because of the how-to stuff, but I hope you found it worthwhile and look forward to seeing you again soon.